Today we're going to start solving multi-step equations. In the past week we've been covering one-step and two-step equations, so we're going to kind of build on that a little bit. And we are going to focus on variables just on one side of the equation for the next couple of lessons. So let's go ahead and do some multi-step equations. Today we are going to focus on equations that don't require us to distribute. They just require us to combine like terms. So there are steps here, and I'm actually going to cross a couple of them off, and we'll add to these. You don't have to distribute because there won't be any parentheses. We will combine our like terms either on the left side or the right side. It just depends on which side the variable's on. And then we don't need to collect all the variables on one side of the equation. We would just solve the remaining equation. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like with a couple examples up here. Okay, so first example, we have two problems here. I'm going to go ahead and draw my line like we did before. Hopefully it's a better line than that. And we are going to follow our steps. So the first step I told you don't have to worry about because there aren't any parentheses. So then the next step is to combine like terms on the left side. Notice on the left side, the only thing that's there is a -5, so I can't do anything to simplify it. So I'm just going to bring it down. On the right side, if you can, see if there are any like terms. Notice that I have -4n and +5n. I'm going to go ahead and combine those together. So -4 plus 5 gives me 1n, or just n. You can divide by 1 on both sides, but remember 1n and n are the same thing. So my final answer here is just -5 equals n. Let's go ahead and try the next one because it has actually an additional step there. My lines are really bad today. Okay, so again, no parentheses, so we don't have to worry about step 1. Step 2 says combine like terms on the left side. Can't do it. -8 is the only thing there. I'm going to bring it down. Step 3 says to combine like terms on the right side. So I have a 4n and a +4n. Since those both have n's, we can add them together. So 4n plus 4n gives me 8n. Now, in the last one, since I had a 1 there, I didn't really have to do anything else to solve. You could have divided by 1. In this one, because there's still something in front of the n there, you have to keep going. Now, this on the quiz was a very common mistake. If my 8 and my n are right next to each other, that means to cancel I need to divide. A lot of you are trying to add and subtract. Make sure you are really careful about that. If they're right next to each other, to cancel it, we need to divide. So -8 divided by 8 gives me -1 equals n. Okay, so not too bad. Let's go ahead and do 2 more, and then we'll let you try some on your own. Okay, so you'll notice here these are a little bit longer problems. Still not bad. Same 3 steps that we're going to follow. We're skipping the first step. Second step says to combine like terms on the left side. So on my left side here, I have -7k plus 8 and -4. I can combine my +8 and my -4 together because they both don't have a variable. So if I do that, +8 minus 4 gives me 4. My 7, it's a +4, my -7k, I didn't do anything with that, so I'm going to bring it straight down and leave it alone. Okay, so that's step 2. Step 3 says to combine like terms on the right side. I don't have any like terms to combine there, just have a -24, so I'm going to stop there, bring it down. And then I'm going to go ahead and solve. So we talked about finding the k and canceling the stuff that's around the k. So if my k is over here with my -7, I don't want to do anything with that yet. I'm going to go ahead and start by subtracting 4 from both sides. I need to do -4 to cancel that +4. So that leaves me with my -7k equals, and then -24 minus 4 is -28. Okay, one more step, just like I talked about, that -7 and the k are right next to each other. So to solve for k, we have to divide by 7 on both sides. Sorry, -7. So -28 divided by -7 is +4. Okay, watch your signs, check your work, it should be good. Let's go ahead and do one more. Okay, I'm going to draw my line in here. Okay, on the left side, we're going to go ahead and combine like terms. This time I have 2k plus 4 plus 8k. 2k plus 8k is 10k. My +4 is just going to come down. I couldn't do anything with that since they're not like terms. Step 3 says to bring down or combine like terms on the right side, but I'm just going to bring that down because I can't do anything there. And then we need to go ahead and cancel to get the k alone. So since my 10 and k are right next to each other, I need to do minus 4 first on both sides. So I get 10k equals, and when I combine those together, I get negative 20. Last step, since they're right next to each other, I need to cancel that 10 by dividing by 10 on both sides. So if I divide by 10 on both sides, negative 20 divided by 10 is negative 2. Okay, so those are our examples for today. I want you to go ahead and try these 4 problems. When you are finished, have them checked, and then you will get your homework. If you have any questions, pause the video, raise your hand, ask a question. I will come help you out. Okay, today we did multi-step equations with variables on one side. You're going to have a worksheet with that, and then we're going to continue on with more multi-step equations in the next lesson with variables still on one side. Have a great day.